Have you ever wanted to check your backup files or quickly restore some of them? Unfortunately, you don't have any access to the device or machine at that time. Good news! Ahsay provides a convenient method to easily check the contents of your backup set and easily restore files anywhere, leaving no footprint with the use of Online File Restorer. This program can be used by both backup server administrators and backup users. All you need is an internet connection and a web browser. In just few simple steps, you can already look into your backup set and quickly verify which files and folders have been backed up and are available for restore, as well as check the details of the files and folders for each backup set. Just simply log into your AhsayCBS web management console and navigate to the file viewer page of your user account. This feature is exceptionally useful in streamlining the task of verifying the data backed up using a CLI machine for Linux and FreeBSD administrators, as there is no graphical user interface available on AhsayOBM. The Online File Restorer provides a comprehensive visual overview of the backup data, which simplifies the management of your Linux and FreeBSD backups. For more information on how to use the AhsayCBS Online File Restorer, let's go to my screen and keep on watching. To start with, log in to your AhsayCBS Web Management Console. Go to Users, Groups, and Policies. Select the backup user containing the backup set you want to check for restore. Then click File Viewer. In this scenario, we will show you two examples on how to enable the File Viewer feature. 1. With a newly created backup set, and 2. With an existing backup set that you haven't or have forgotten to enable the feature for. For the first example, let's say you have just created a new backup set with backup set B3, freshly created with no backup jobs done. Click the hyperlink text beside it, which reads File Viewer is disabled. Click to enable. Scroll down and you'll see the File Viewer feature at the bottommost part of the page. Tick off the checkbox for File Viewer, then save. After enabling the File Viewer, run a backup job for the configured backup set. After running a backup job, go back to File Viewer, reload the page, and you should be able to access the feature for the configured backup set. In our second example, backup set P2 is a backup set that I have ran the backup job first before enabling the File Viewer. If I enable the File Viewer, then click on the backup set to load the File Viewer, the following message is displayed. Please run backup to server in latest version. To resolve this problem, you have to either run a manual or scheduled backup job before you are able to use the File Viewer to see all the current and previous files that you have backed up. Take note, it is recommended to enable File Viewer as soon as you have created the backup set, so it is immediately available after the first backup has run. To avoid getting the message, please run backup to server in latest version when you try to view your backups. Now that you've learned how to enable the File Viewer option for new and existing backup sets, we'll show you how to use the basic features of the File Viewer. If you have previously done a restore job, you may already be familiar with these. Let's open a backup set, particularly the B1 backup set, which is a file backup set in Linux. File Viewer is incredibly handy for Linux and FreeBSD backup administrators, as using CLI has a limited access to an overview of the data of a backup set. With File Viewer, both administrators and users can easily open whichever folder they want to check with a click of the mouse, including the other details of the files in each backup set, which are convenient and crucial for the restore process, such as the file size and the date of modification. The layout of File Viewer is very similar to the Restore user interface on AhsayOBM or AhsayACB. You can select Choose from Files as of Job. This option displays the latest version of our files and folders. You may select a particular version by clicking the drop-down menus next to it. Click on the folders and select the folder you want to check. Once you open a particular folder, you'll see all the files backed up in this folder, as well as the details of each file, such as the file size and the date and time when it was last modified. Each page can only display a maximum of 25 files. Click the drop-down menu for the page number at the right side of the screen so you can see the other files as well. Now that you've learned the basic features of the file viewer, let's proceed to restoring some of your files. Go back to the file viewer page and let's select Windows File Backup Set B2. Under the Select What to View option, click the hyperlink text Restore Backup Files. This will allow you to download Ahsay Online Backup Restore. With Online File Restorer, the overall recovery process is simplified and cuts customer downtime, as you don't have to worry about not having access to your original backup machine to restore your data. Install the downloaded AhsayOBR file. After the installation, the application will launch automatically. You will see a similar login screen when opening AhsayOBM. Click Show Advanced option first to configure the network settings. Otherwise, you won't be able to access your backup user account as you're using a different machine. Enable proxy if needed, then fill in the required information. Click OK, then log in using your credentials. After a successful access, you will have to enter the encryption key to access the backup set B2. You will be immediately directed to the Restore page. Take note, clicking Cancel or closing AhsayOBR will shut down the software completely. If you wish to use AhsayOBR again after the software closed, you will have to go back to the installation process to launch it again. Follow the recommended steps when restoring files. For a more in-depth discussion on how to restore data using AhsayOBM, check out the Ahsay video, Tips on Recovering Files using AhsayOBM, or check the link in the description below. Click Previews. Click Show Advanced option. Check the temporary directory and configure if needed. Then select the destination where to restore your data from. Select What to Restore. For this, we'll keep the default selection Choose from Files as of Job. There are features that may help you speed up the file selection process, such as the Show Filter feature and Search feature. You may want to utilize the Show Filter feature if you'd like to speed up the file selection, considering that you know which particular folder the files are located in, but the folder contains a large number of files. Aside from Filter, you can also utilize Search, which can be found at the bottom left part of the page. The Search feature is a bit similar to Filter, but Search has a broader scope, allowing the customer to apply Filter to all the folders, including subfolders and/or files. For this restore job, I'll select the folder EXP to restore. Click Next. Choose where to store the files to. As the current machine doesn't have the same directory path as the original location, we'll select Alternate Location. Click Browse. For this, we have already prepared a directory path. Select the directory path, then OK. Click Show Advanced option. Keep the settings on default and click Restore to continue. After a successful restore, you will see here that a number of files have been successfully restored. To check the restored files, just go to the selected directory path earlier. Open the subfolders until you reach the folder you have selected. And that's how you use the AhsayCBS Online File Restorer. Quick and easy. In just few simple steps, you can view your backup data and restore your files anytime, anywhere.